guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I contour and highlight, especially my forehead. I have a very small or short forehead. I don't know how you would say it. Literally, forehead means 4 fingers and I literally just have 3. So I have a very short forehead, very oval face, big ass chin. So I'm just going to go through all my steps of contouring. I did my full face of makeup. I'm really matte right now just because I set my face with powder and I haven't sprayed my face with setting spray, which I usually do when all of the face products are done. So yeah, so that's what today's video is going to be about. It's basically just walking you through if you have a similar forehead, similar face that I do, not so much face, but really the forehead. If you are a part of the 3-head club, this video is for you. And before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload. I upload every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That might change in the future. I'm like debating what time I should upload. So definitely hit that bell so that you stay notified. I'm doing a lot of things with my hands. Okay, let's jump right into the video. If I seem a little crazy today, it's just because I had literally 0 sleep last night and I got to sleep maybe 3 hours this morning. If you're like, she's on psycho mode, I haven't had a cup of coffee. Literally the only thing I've been drinking is Zevia and water. If I sound a little crazy, if I'm going a little nuts, that's just why. So yeah, so all right, so let's just jump right in. Starting off, let's talk about contour and highlighting. So darkness makes things smaller, light makes things look bigger. Knowing what kind of face shape you have is very important. You can just go online, face shape. They have a billion different pictures to show you. I have a very oval face shape and I have a very small forehead, like I said in the intro. For me, when I want to contour, I focus so much on my chin because I want to make my face a little bit shorter. And you want to have that spotlight on your face. Especially we're going to talk about the forehead because I have a very short profile here and then my chin is very long. So I don't like this about my chin. I mean, I'm not super self-conscious about it, but so I don't love my profile and I don't love my chin. I'm gonna go through the powders that I usually use. My favorite bronzer to use is this BH Cosmetics Brilliance bronzer in shade Bronze Babe. It is warm tone. I love warm tone bronzer just because I'm a little bit on the darker side, so this one ends up looking really nice and bringing warmth to the skin. I am very light on my face and everywhere else I'm very dark. I'm a little bit lighter right now just because I have all this powder on. Once I go in with the bronzer or the contour palette that I'm going to use, you'll see that it's matching more to my chest. So I did drag down my foundation down to my neck. So I'm going to go put my hair up right now because it's getting hot. The other one is this one from ABH. This is their contour kit, light medium. And this is straight up pigmentation. So you can see there's 2 setting powders, a highlighter, and then 3 contour shades. This middle one is way too gray for me. When I use this palette today, I'm going to focus on this shade and on this shade, not so much that one. That's a little too cool tone for me. I'm going to contour my face and show you every step that I go through. Also my nose, and then I'll go into the forehead. For my area right here, in this hollow cheekbones kind of a thing, I like to go in with the BH bronzer. I like using this R7. It is a big brush. You could also use, I'm gonna use this for my forehead, the Wet n Wild blush brush. This fits perfectly right here for me, and this is just $1. I'm gonna use the R7. As you can see right here, I already have darkness here. I don't know what that is. It's just a beauty mark or something like that, so I have darkness here. So I always end up being darker on this side than on this side. But what I do is I just tap into here as per usual and knock off all that excess, and I just focus the brush like this and just do that. You can also go in circular motions. Depending on what your face shape is, you either want to go upward or downward facing your corner of your mouth. So I'm going to just kind of focus this right here. I'm not going to drag it all the way down. I just want that direction. So, and as you can see, it's not extremely pigmented. It's a nice bronzer where it just gives you that nice kind of warmth to the skin. And I'm going to focus this kind of bringing it up where my blush is and mixing it in like that, so my hair keeps getting in the way. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. can see that I have like that darkness right here. It's a little emphasized, and over here it's like that. So I literally just will go in and just kind of tap that out a little bit, bringing that just in those like corners where my ears are, just because I don't want darkness there. I just want it to be like kind of blended out and nothing too crazy. What I'll do now is I will take that Wet n Wild brush. I don't love this brush because you can see that this is longer than the sides. So that's kind of a blush brush. When I dip into here, it's just gonna give me that thing there. So I don't really love this for this area, but for the forehead, it is really nice. Also down here, it's nice. So I'm gonna dip into here, get my brush really coated, knock off all the excess, also go on the back of my hand, and just kind of go up from that corner up and just blend that bronzer into my blush. It's also a good like nose contour too. So do you see how like soft that is? It's not like so harsh. It is like, I've definitely been the person, I will admit it right now, to go overboard with the bronzer, but this just gives it that softness that doesn't give you that harsh line where it's just like, damn, okay, you forgot to blend. Like, and I've definitely been that person, don't worry. So that's what I do for the cheeks. I'm also gonna probably go back and clean it up on the bottom. I kind of like the way it looks right now. It's like blended, nothing too harsh, but you could also obviously do that, just bake on the bottom right here. So that is my cheek area. That's basically what I do. I can also add a little bit more blush and just kind of mix it in together. I really like the way that that looks. Obviously I look a lot more tan now, a lot better, and I don't have like that like thing right here where it's like, dang, like that's like darkness right in that hollow. That's gonna make me look a lot more oval, and I want to look a lot more, not round, but oblong, I guess would be the name of it. So I always end up having darkness right here, and I don't know why. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with to the chin area, which is like literally, I hate this area. So I'm gonna go in pretty heavy with the ABH contour palette. I don't do this every single day just because I am a lazy person, and I will just end up just taking this and running it down. When I end up doing this, I love my makeup. It just ends up looking so much nicer. So I'm gonna go in with that Flower Beauty brush, and I'm gonna tap into these two shades. I'm gonna tap into these two shades, and obviously they have a lot of fallout. ABH is amazing. Tap it off. I always want to brush it off on my hand, and I just kind of like go in here. This is kind of nice for that area, and I'm using a contour shade because it's a lot more pigmented than a bronzer is going to be. So I'm just gonna kind of focus that there and do the same thing on the other side. I also have a double chin. I mean, no one doesn't know that about me. I do have a double chin that I don't like. So this is my biggest area that I like to concentrate all of my contour shades at. So because I do have a big chin, jaw, and I do want to make that look a little bit less noticeable. So once that's down, I literally just put down like that one streak, and then I'll go back in with the R7, tap in here really lightly. I will tap off, brush off on my hand, and just do circular motions with this brush. This brush is amazing. It does a good job of blending out, especially because it is a real hair brush. It's gonna give you a more buildable coverage. When it comes to bronzers and blushes, I don't like a straight pigmented blush or bronzer. It's like shadows. I want something that's gonna be more buildable and not so pigmented, so that I can go back in and I have a little bit more control. So I'm gonna tap in a little bit more again, tap off the excess, go back onto my hand, and just circular motions. And you could also go down the neck if you want to, just to match everything up. So you can definitely tell there's a bit of a shadow now under my chin area, and it just gives you that nice, And I kind of like to bring the contour a little bit onto my chin, just in this area. Circular motions. You could always tap it out. I would go a little bit closer than normal, like really on that line, not so much under it, because I do have a very large jaw and chin. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to cut out my little area right here. I think I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution banana powder. I'm telling you, I bought so many powders this last couple months and I have like not found a better powder than this. So I'm just going to tap into here in my beauty blender and I'm just going to cut it out. It's just going to give us a little bit more of a seamless look. Doesn't have to be really like that line if you don't want to. I just want to make the difference in between my chin contour and my cheek one. So I'm just going to cut that out, kind of blend it in as I go. And if any area that I see that is a little too pigmented, I'll just clean it up with the residual. With a big fluffy brush, this one is from Ulta, and I just kind of just go in here and just do circular motions and blend that out. Okay. So let's move on to nose contouring. My favorite brushes to contour are from Real Techniques. These are the blending brushes. These are like, come in a pack, they're like $6 for the two of them. And they're called the like blending brushes. I don't know when you would ever blend with something like this. I guess you like, this is more of like a concealer brush. That's what I would use for concealer. Like, I don't know how you would use that to blend. I guess you could. It's just a little too packed for me, but the reason I bought it is for this because I really like this, how tapered it is. You could also use this to put eyeshadow under your lash line, make a very defined crease, but I end up just using it for nose contouring. I'm gonna take the BH bronzer and just tap into here, and with this, knock off the excess, and I just end up going straight down like that, and I kind of tuck that area in here and kind of fluff that into the eyebrows. Do the same thing on the other side. I don't like a very pigmented nose contour. Like, I don't want it to look like I have bars on my face. I want it to be very subtle, like a shadow of it. So doing this, taking your time with it, and this brush really is such a nice brush for the price, of course, like $6. So I will go on a little bit heavy and you'll see what I do, and I just fluff it into the eyebrows. I'll just go right here by the tip of my nose. I like my nose. You will not hear me say that a lot about anything on my body, but I like my nose. I think it's fine. I would like it a little bit more slim, and I like this a little bit more bulbous. So bulbous, you know what I mean? Like a little bit more circular. That's just basically what I'm doing. I'm doing it on either side, and then I'm gonna take it and just do like a little bit of a circle like that, going back and forth, creating the shape that I want. Just like that. So then what I do is I take the brush that it comes with and I just blend it out. Because I don't like this just like this. I like it blended out more. I don't hate my nose so much that I want it to be like chiseled. But if you like your nose completely chiseled out, then use this for concealer. There we go. And then I'll just go into like my Makeup Revolution powder, and I'll just take the tip of my blender, pop that into here. I'll just go like that. Just to clean up any like darkness that you see, I'll just go like that. And that also, I get shiny on my nose, so this kind of helps me. So I'll just do that. And that will just give us that kind of like highlighted area, and then I'll go back in to highlight it. I don't leave it there for long, but do you see how like this now looks really more round and this is like a lot smaller? The closer those two lines are, the thinner the bridge of your nose will look. God, it took me a minute. So I'm just gonna take this flower beauty brush and just dust that off. All right, so let's go into the star of the show. So I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild dollar brush and I'm gonna go into the BH Cosmetics bronzer, and I'm gonna kind of clean this brush off, any residual on my hand. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. I can also obviously clean it, but of course, no. Literally just wanna make sure that all of the bristles touch the powder, because again, this brush is longer in the middle and shorter on the bottom, which is perfect for blush, but not so much contouring. So I'm gonna tap that off, do it on my hand, and literally what I'm gonna do is place it right here, like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Oh God, I went crazy. And then what I'll do with my hairline, I won't put really anything, but I'll just take this. If you have blonde hair or anything like that, this probably won't work so much, but if I'll just take it and literally just like brush it into my hair. because I don't want any bronzer really on my skin, but a little bit I don't care about. I just want to give you the illusion that this is lighter than the rest of my forehead. So just very little brushing it into there, and then I will go in with a beauty blender or your makeup brush and just kind of pat this out. And that is what I do to contour my forehead. Just right here and a little bit on the rim of my face. Literally just makes that spotlight right here. If you are into like a lighter under eye, that would look really pretty with this kind of high contour and highlighting. I don't really like that. I like it just like this. And I like how flawless the makeup ends up looking. My biggest problem area is my forehead that being so small and my chin being so big. So I literally have like the opposite. I hate my profile, but I think it ends up looking really nice when you take the time. I don't do this every single time that I do my makeup just because it takes a long time to just contour, and you're like, I gotta do my eyes and all this stuff. This takes a long time. So you will definitely see me in the future just use this everywhere. But I love it when I do take the time to use the contour kit. Definitely remember that bronzer is going to be a lot less pigmented than like a contour kit, like any contour kit you get, like that Anastasia one or from like Profusion. It doesn't matter what it is. And when you go in with like bronzer and stuff like that, you want it just to look a little bit lighter so that everything kind of melds together. You are like someone like me who has like specific areas that you need to contour. Of course, it's totally possible that you don't. I like a pigmented shadow, but I like palettes that have variations of color so that I can build up. I'm very into building up. I do not like going in with like a dark brown right away in my eye, and the same thing with bronzers and contour kits. I like a more gradual build or blend. That's a better word. That's just me, just because, you know, I probably tell myself every time that I do my makeup that I suck at doing makeup. So I'm a very self-deprecating type of person. I just go slow, take your time, and I like the way the makeup looks right now. I think it looks flawless. I'm gonna go into highlight right now, which means I'm gonna spray my face. I'm gonna use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Love this. I need to go get a new one. I kind of want to get the Jeffree Star Strawberry one. Who else is with me? But I also need a new Morphe Beauty Blender, so I might just get that bundle. Anyway, I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter Powder, Precious Petals, my favorite shade. It is so good. It is absolutely one of the most beautiful shades. I have it a little bit on my eye right here. Oh, I'm gonna go in with this brush. I actually just bought this brush from Big Lots, and I'm considering doing a full face of Big Lots makeup, but this brush is really nice. It's also really soft, so I'm gonna go in with this and tap into here. Like, you see how flat that is? Like, I like how flat this is, and it goes in really nicely. When I go into highlight, I do have textured skin, so I don't like doing like just a line. I have done it in the past a million times, but I like to kind of blend it out. This brush is really nice. I like this. And also a little bit onto my eyebrow area, like right there. This highlighter does emphasize texture. If you are someone who has texture, I definitely would go soft with this. It's not gonna go crazy. I'd end up just like putting it on and blending it out and just giving it like that soft look. And then if I want to, right in that area where like the high points of my cheeks, I'll just take it really lightly and just go right there, just to give me that like pow. I'll just put it on the tip of my nose. I like to put it like right here so that like kind of the light hits it whenever I have like the light outside, I don't know. And then I'll just take it down the bridge of my nose, like that. And I don't put it on my chin because it emphasizes my chin. I don't like my chin, so there you go. I like this brush. This was like $2 at Big Lots, so I think I'm gonna go and get a full face of Big Lots and do a video. Let me know in the comments if that is something you guys are interested in. If you are a beginner with contour and highlighting, just take it slow, do what works for your face, know what your face shape is, and kind of just go by like what you think that you want to hide. Like for me, this little damn thing, like you see a ton of people put highlight on their chin. I never do it just because it emphasizes my chin and I hate it. Look at your face, see what you want to emphasize in makeup and kind of hide in makeup. If you are someone who's like, I like my entire face, I think that that is amazing, and I wish I could be there with you. There are definitely things about myself that I do not like, personality-wise and features, but I'm getting there little by little. This YouTube channel has been helping me amazingly with learning to love myself. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really had fun doing it. I love taking my time and doing my contour. especially for a good reason like my channel. I tend to just rush and get it done, but I look at my face now and I'm like, wow, you took the time, looks really good, and instead of going crazy. All of the products I use today are pretty affordable. The contour kit from ABH you can get at TJ Maxx. They have a ton of them there, pretty much in all locations, or Marshalls, so check that out if you like this palette. The BH bronzer I think is about like $8. I'll have it up on the screen. Okay, so my hair is down. Well, that means that that's the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you're having a good weekend. Make sure to leave a comment down below if there's any videos you'd like to see on this channel and any other suggestions you have. And that's it. I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.